Alright, so we're sticking with the dark code to start this fourth game. Again, we threw 4 out of the last 5 for 2 teams, so feeling better. Feeling like my ball reaction isn't bad. So we're just hoping for something similar here. Oh, I remember that. This was a shot where my ball like hit a speed ramp and it looked like it sped up and went to the right down lane. It's like, oh man, you can see me shaking my head. I'm sitting there like, what was that? So this pair got me really confused because my ball reaction actually was good the last pair with this ball. And all of a sudden it got so much tighter. And it probably was a situation where I could then go to the altered reality in the same area, because then it would pick up a little bit earlier than that speed zone. But I didn't. So I didn't really make much of a move on that. All I did was just slow down just a pinch. And it's still half 10. So this pair is a lot tighter down there. It's got that weird little wiggle spot. Not sure what's going to happen the rest of the game, but all I know is all of a sudden my ball reaction is not very good again. So frustration kicks back up. So you couldn't see that one because Joe was in the way, but that was a small move to the left and slowed down even more. And I light swish striked because I figured maybe it was just a small spot there in front of the pins. Maybe if I went around it a little bit, it would be okay. So we got a light swish strike out of that after, but it was a 2-pin. Oh, geez, yawning. It was a 2-pin, half 10 light swish strike. So not an awful start. We'll see if we can keep it going and keep somewhat of a consistent ball reaction throughout the game. See, and so that one, you could watch the ball go up off my hand. Didn't come off my hand properly. I just got grabby with it, and that's what slows it down early. And that's a product of not, doing the right things, not having the right angles, having the right hand position, all that good stuff. So, and that's just trying to force the ball to finish, trying to force the ball to do something that you want it to do, and it's going to cause more problems than good most times. So you got to stay out of those situations and just make the best shots you can and just roll it and hope for the best and make minor adjustments rather than trying to force things to happen. So we found ourselves a consistent path to the pocket, but we just aren't able to throw any doubles. You know, we've got the 10 pins in there. We've got a couple of strikes out of the left lane. The left lane looks okay now that we're going around it a little bit more. You know, we just got to figure out how to get the ball to go through the pins on the right lane. Because otherwise, we'd be bowling a pretty good game. You know, and that's the difference between bowling 230s, 240s, rather than bowling 190s, 2-0s, is finding a way to get those off hits to carry. Got to get those off hits to carry. If you don't have the right ball in your hand, you're not getting those ones to carry. If you're not playing the right angle, you're not getting those ones to carry. So if they're not carrying, it's either you're not throwing the right ball, or you're not playing the right part of the lane, or you don't have the right angle through the right part of the lane. You know, so it's just you got to find the right combination. And for me this year, I just haven't been able to find that right combination that the lanes are looking for. So hopefully that changes now. I'm going to try to get my angle straighter, create some better angles, and just make some better shots and be a little bit more consistent. And we'll see what happens at the World Series. We got doubles on the third. I'm going to make sure I have my tripod that can extend up, so that way we don't have the same issue that we're having right now, where you can't really see anything because, you know, everybody stands in the way. But I'll handle that issue at doubles and at the World Series, and we'll be good to go. But hopefully we get tons of footage, because I'll be bowling all of the qualifying rounds for everything. But I'll get her fixed up. So we'll get back up on this right lane, see if we can't figure out how to get the ball to double. Get the ball to knock 10 pins down, so we have a double up there. Not feel like we're way behind pace. That looks smoother into the lane. Yeah, barely got the 8-10 out. So it's not quite picking up. It's still tight down lane. It was just a very weak hit, but it got all 10 to fall. So I'm not really sure what happens from here, but it's still not that bad. But at least it's a double on the board, so that's a bonus. Alright, working on that double. Trying for the life of me to put something together here. Just sitting a little above even. Really need to put a string of strikes together. Yeah, and dead fan it at the bottom. That one almost just fell off my hand. And that goes to show you that I'm just not comfortable. I'm not doing the right things. Things just aren't right. And it's hard to keep up when you're doing all the wrong things. So another one that was just not good. Poor execution. Nothing but me on that shot. So nothing I can do there other than try to make better shots after that. But already feeling like I'm way behind at this point. So now this was the point where I'm like, all right, I gotta get this under control. I'm gonna get away from these big strong balls, and I went to a black raw, a pin up 5-inch pen raw with a little surface on it. And you saw that, it was like, holy cow, straight angle. Then we got down lane and it hooked. So that was a good, cool sign to see. It looked pretty good going down lane. So we'll have to try it out here through the 10th and see what happens going into the next game. But we're going to try and throw straighter angles in the middle of the lane with this ball and see what we can come up with. Yeah, so you can see me really tighten that angle up with that raw. Still had a stronger hand position though, and it switched that 7-pin, which made it just get a little bit too late. So you'll see going into the next game, I actually make a hand position change, weaken my hand position up, and tighten the angles up even more. And it actually does get a little bit better, but too little too late at that point. So that one there, still with a strong hand position, is really what makes me say, okay, I got to back out of this thing. Like, I'm trying to do way too much with this bowling ball. I got to try and get it to go from point A to point B a whole lot easier, because what it's trying to do right now, it's either hooking or not hooking. That's not a good sign.